Hello Aries, Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends, for the week ahead. How are you, my fire family? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Let's get to it. Excuse me. We are just going to use tarot this week. Let's find out what's happening with you, Aries. Thank you so much for being in the comments, Aries, for your thumbs up, for sharing, for liking, all of that stuff. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you will. If you're brand new and you've never been here before, welcome, welcome. And if you're the one that always clicks here, I appreciate you so much. Let's find out what's going on here for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Like I said, we're just going to hit it with tarot this week. Let's find out what's going on. Tell me about Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries. What's coming up for Aries in the week ahead? Please, Aries, if you want to know what's going on this week, the sneak peek just came out. And if you want to know what is going on this week as well, you can look 1 week back in my history here. And you can find the reading from last week, which is what will be going on right now. And this is for the week ahead. My readings are always for the week ahead. Aries, it looks like you are moving on from something here. There is some movement. You're taking with you all the things that you've learned. You've learned a lesson here. We do have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. We've got the Fool. Yeah, it's a new beginning here, Aries. That's what it looks like here. You're moving on to something new, some sort of a new beginning. This is Aries energy. We do have the Six of Swords. It tells me that you're moving on from something that you've been holding on to super tight, something you didn't want to let go of. But sometimes, you know, when we hold on to something so tight, Aries, we can be sending a communication to the universe that we don't trust. That we don't trust that it's like, I'm holding on to all of this because you're not giving me any more than the Four. So I feel like there's something here. I feel like you're holding back, like you were holding back from trying to move forward here. The Four of Pentacles, you know, the next is the Five Pentacles, right? So it feels like what you've been trying to avoid is a disconnect. You've been trying to avoid being in the Five of Pentacles. You've been trying to avoid the lack by holding on to the Four Pentacles here. Something that you were trying not to let go of. But I do feel that it became way too chaotic for you to hold on to this like this. It became way too chaotic for you. And that's why the Six of Swords is here. You're moving from the chaos to the calm. And the calm comes in the form of the Fool. The calm is the new beginning. There's a Tower here, my friend. We do have Scorpio energy. We do have the Six of Pentacles. It feels as though you're moving on because there wasn't a whole lot of reciprocity where you were. And we do have the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like you've been waiting to give reciprocity to someone. It feels as though a tower has come down here and it's breaking down the illusion of something that you were trying to hold on to really tightly. And the Six of Swords does tell me that you are moving on to, you know, brighter pastures, I want to say. I want to say that there is a lot expected of you. And it feels as though you had to move away from, it feels like a financial expectation, Aries, that excuse me, someone had a financial expectation about you, that you would pay for the trip, that you would pay for the dinner, that you would pay for, that you would pay for, that you would pay for. That's what it feels like. Somebody here was not interested in being collaborative with you. They weren't interested in the reciprocal nature of it. You wanted the reciprocal nature, but this person just had their hands out. They just had their hands out. Gimme, gimme. That's what it feels like here. And it might be a reason why you end up moving along or moving on. I think that you thought about it for a while, and I think that the reason you have to move on, my friend, the reason the Tower is here, because there is still some growth. I think you needed to pick another path. Because if you've got those seeds in the hand, what's the point of holding them in your hand, right? You got to let them go. You need to pick a path. You need to, you know, it's the seeds of intention that you throw. So I want to say that the Tower coming is coming for your benefit. It's coming for growth. We've got the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. We'll look at that as energy that is coming past the week ahead. All right. So let's take a look here. What have you been holding on to, or what were you unable to let go of until the tower got involved? It feels like there was some sort of a big tower that came that showed you that you needed to learn this lesson and keep going. Tell me about the tower and how it loosened Aries' grip on whatever they were holding onto super tight. We have the King of Wands. So you were inspired to take a step forward. You were inspired to go get whatever it is that you want. We do have Aries, Sagittarius energy here, and Leo. We do have the Eight of Pentacles. This more and more is seeming like some sort of a realization, or that's maybe what the Tower is. It feels like it's sort of a realization that you were holding on to something that wasn't going to work out. And when the Tower falls, it feels like you're inspired, and it feels like you've been working on the self, right? You're showing up as the King of Wands. You're not showing up as a page, not showing up as a knight. You are all kinged up, I feel. Whether you're feminine or masculine, this is masculine leaning energy, but this person is feminine energy too, and we're not reading body parts here. We are reading energies. So the Eight of Pentacles tells me that you've been working really hard on yourself, and the reason that you've turned into the King is because you've been working really hard on yourself. Sorry, dropped a card. One more card, please, here. I think that's why you finally let go of the thing that you were holding on to, because you didn't think that the universe was about to offer you anything more than the Four of Pentacles. But while you healed the self, practiced the self-mastery, took care of yourself, it feels like you've grown. You've grown into the King of Wands with a realization that I can have whatever I want. I'm the King of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. So I want to say that this is energy that tells me that in the past you had not been happy with the self. So I don't know if that was the way you looked, the way you felt, the way life felt. Whatever it was, you decided to work really hard on yourself to get yourself out of this regretful slump. We have the Five of Cups here, and the Five of Cups is about sadness and regrets from the past. So it's in the position of the past. And I feel like you started working on yourself because you didn't want to repeat a cycle. You didn't want to repeat a cycle of jumping into something that was not going to serve you. And so I think in the midst of it, you didn't realize it, but in the midst of it, you ended up growing, learning, becoming the King of Swords. The King of Wands, not the King of Swords. All right. So I feel like there was a Tower here. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about why the Tower is here. Tell me about the Tower, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries, if you're interested in a private read, you know what to do, right? Look below this video. Below the video. And you will find a link that says more. If you open that, all the information is there. All right. So we do have the King of Pentacles. We do have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Strength card. So it could be that your person is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. The Queen is Libra, but it could be Gemini or Aquarius. This is a general read, by the way, and please know that this is a general read, and it may not be your read. Not every read is for you, and please don't try and make it fit. And if you know that your life doesn't coincide with this, I am not predicting anything bad in your future. I'm just going to say this is a general reading, and we are talking about general Aries collective, right? So the King of Pentacles, it does feel to me like there is a money issue here. And it seems to be not just a money issue, dollars and cents, it seems to be an abundance issue. Because the King of Pentacles is the one who is ready to settle down, but also the one who brings all of the abundance, the one who brings the house, the car, the one who has the bank accounts. And it feels to me like there was someone here who is the Queen of Swords, who doesn't have to be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, okay? This could be an energy as well. But the energy, no matter what sign that they were, Aries, I feel like this person was very forthcoming or forthright about how they wanted your pentacles, about how they felt that your pentacles belonged to them. It's almost like this person is kind of giving you the specific details about, well, if we're together, then what you have is mine as well. And it feels like that sort of energy, that this person is someone who was being very honest with you, very forthright, but this person's been through a divorce. You understand, right? So this is the divorcee. I feel like the person that you're with has been through a divorce. Maybe you have as well. But it feels like if you've been through the divorce, you've been through this before. You've been through this someone who's taken advantage of your pentacles and not offered you anything more. And I think that the Queen was being very honest about that up front. That I'm not signing a prenup. This isn't what's going on here. If you want to share with me, you share all of your money with me. And I feel like it made this conversation started with somebody holding back. It's like this Queen of Swords here was somebody who was holding back initially. And I was sort of liken this like strength being like knowing that you have the sword in the sheath and knowing that you can pull it at any time and use it, but you don't. Well, guess what? Somebody pulled the sword. So they were holding back. Pardon me. They were holding back, I feel, for a time. And then it feels like whilst you're in some sort of a relationship or you're getting to know them better, or it feels like you're paying for everything. You're taking them on trips, you're buying them dinner, you're buying them clothes. Maybe they go and, get their manicures, pedicures, hair done, whatever it is, masculine or feminine. I feel like you end up paying the bill. And I don't think that the person that you're with is particularly grateful for it. I don't think they are. I think they feel like it's owed to them. It feels like with this person holding back, it's like if you don't produce the money, if you don't show them the money, this person is holding back from you. It took them courage to come to you and say, look, yours is mine, what's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine. But I feel like this person brings swords. You bring pentacles. This person brings maybe they're very intelligent. Maybe they have a know-how. Maybe they're very educated. But you bring the abundance. And I feel that this person is like using their smarts to try and outsmart you from your abundance. So the tower falls and you are moving on, my friend, with a bunch of lessons in the boat. That's what I feel like the swords are. You're moving on with the knowledge, communications, connections, and conversations that you've had up to here. Tell me about the Six of Swords, please. Yeah, became heavy, my friend. The tower fell because you were in the 10 wands here. It was time for you to let go of this situation. It was quite heavy for you. It's like you were holding on to the situation really tightly because you didn't want to lose the person, but the person was someone who was kind of talking around you in circles and talking to you about your money. That's what it feels like. It has to do with pentacles. We do have the Six of Wands in the reverse, which tells me no victory. It tells me that this person really, I feel, didn't really give you the attention that you wanted. They didn't really. I'm going to say that when you're in the midst of a relationship, at least the first year, you're still in the fawning stage, right? You're still in the adorable, cutesy, public displays of affection. Like, I don't think that this person did that for you. And whether you're feminine or masculine, because I think that we sell short masculines as it pertains to this. Masculines also need to be told they're beautiful. They need to be given gifts in a moment's notice. They need to be treated special and made feel like they're the only person. But what I want to say is with the Six of Wands in the reverse, that there's not only no victory here, but somebody wasn't paying attention to you. Someone wasn't giving you the adoration that you should deserve in a relationship that is reciprocal. And I think that this person here is dealing so much in swords that they're not necessarily worried about gushing on you. They feel like the relationship should be the other way around, that you're the person that should be giving them everything. I think they bring a lot of smarts. I think they bring, they're very eloquent when they speak. I think there's other things that they bring. I have a feeling they're broke. I'm just saying. They're the King of Swords. So look, you're just making a decision. You have to make the decision. It's got to be a decision that is best for everyone involved. And I think the decision that you make is one that you've decided to just stand up and say your piece. Be honest. Be factual. Be transparent about how you're feeling. And I feel that because you said, look, I don't get any attention from you. You don't even hold my hand. You won't let me, kiss you on the cheek in public. Like, it feels like that sort of energy. So what you have to do is you have to become the King of Swords because you're dealing with the Queen of Swords. This is how we speak to each other. We have to be very clear and concise and honest. If you get to be the Queen of Swords about my money, then I'm going to be the King of Swords and hold up that sword and say, look, I need to be honest with you here. This is exactly how I'm feeling. I feel that when you stand up and say so, when you make this decision to move forward here, I feel like it ends up in a new beginning. Oh, yes. Aries, I just did. if you're, because you know what, in my readings, and it seems like a lot of readings, that Aries and Taurus follow each other around. Taurus's reading began with the King of Swords making a big decision. Tell me about the Fool, please, for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's the end. You decide to close the door. It feels like you've learned a lesson here. This is a milestone lesson, my friend. You just about got taken again, like the way you got taken in the past. You just about, you looked at this person. They were beautiful, handsome, somebody who's very in charge of themselves. They seem very confident. They said all the right things to you, but they were holding back. And it's almost like if you didn't buy them what they wanted or give them the money that they wanted, they held back with affection. That's what it feels like. And so I feel like you say, look, it's done. I can't do this. You're stopping it in your tracks. Good for you. You realized your own, you realized that you might be jumping back into the same cycle. Right? And you didn't want to jump into the same cycle. So you emotionally disconnect from this person because all they do is they're looking for the handout, right? And I think that you went back and forth a lot before you made this decision, but also I feel like this is telling me that, that it happened in the past. And you have to make a decision in the present in order to be able to take this pentacle into the future. So I feel like you really had to find some sort of an energy of balance, I think. And looking at the past and the present, or past and the future, you have to make the decision in the present. And that is, I gotta go. The Eight of Cups tells me I gotta emotionally disconnect. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here, please? Because there's someone else, I think. I feel like you had a choice between two, Aries. I feel like you had the choice between two, the Lovers here, and you chose this person. And I don't think it's a wrong choice. I think that you needed this lesson. I think that we all make choices at the right time. We make the right choices. They lead us to whatever it leads us. We either get the lesson or we get what we want. I think you got the lesson. So we do have Aquarius, Taurus, and Gemini energy here. And these are all major arcanas. And as I always tell you, major arcanas, you don't have a choice as to what's happening there. It's all coming at you, and you only get to have the agency of sifting through it and reacting or responding. That's really all it is. So I want to say that the Seven of Pentacles is here telling me that you wait. Telling me that you wait before you go on the next road, that there is that your wish fulfillment is to have a commitment here that is healthy, that is healed, that is lovely. And you don't want to go back into that cycle again. You're very aware of this cycle. So I feel like with the Five of Swords, it's like you threw down the swords and said, I can't do this. We have too many fundamental differences, which is you want me to pay the bill and you just want to be able to talk to me and not really, it feels like somebody here was using sex as a weapon. Like they were kind of pulling it away from you whenever you didn't do what they wanted in terms of finances. Okay, so we are going to go into the extended. Let's do that. There's a link down below if you'd like to do that. We're going to talk about this because this is not the week ahead. This is the week a little bit further than that. And here we go. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Seven of Swords, and it has to do with money. There's something here that you haven't seen or that you don't really know, and it's worrying you. It feels like, I don't know if you were lying to yourself or about this new beginning. We're going to clarify that. We will also talk about this. So I feel like what we need to talk about more is about the Queen of Swords. If you're interested in knowing more about that and why this person was holding back the way that they did. And the Tower is here, right? The Tower is what starts the whole thing off. We are talking about you moving forward. Where are you moving to? There's a new beginning here. Does it involve a person? We don't yet know, right? There is an ending here of you walking away and detaching because this person had their hand out all the time. They wanted you to pay for everything. But there is another person, right? Because you had a choice of two. There is another person. Who is it? And is this a person that you want to have a commitment with? Because it feels like your wish fulfillment might be a Taurus. It could be a Gemini. We also have Scorpio energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Leo energy here as well. Aquarius is here. Of course, Gemini and Libra I did already mention. We'll go into the extension. If you would like to go there, that's where I'll be. And thank you so much for watching. Thanks for clicking here. And I'll be back because I am always back. Love you. See you guys. Bye.